3-0 the 8th seed Miami Heat lead the 2 seed Boston Celtics.
The Miami Heat are defying all the odds, and I really mean all the odds. It was only about 1.5 months ago when the Miami Heat would fall to the Atlanta Hawks in the first game of the play-in tournament. But fast forward to current day, and the Heat have a chance to become only the second team in NBA history to advance to the NBA Finals as an 8th seed, joining the 1999 New York Knicks, who did, quote, the unthinkable. And well, there's 2 major reasons for this. I mean, I don't think anybody could forget when playoff Jimmy dropped 56 in Game 4 against the #1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks, and when he followed it up with 42 to send the Bucks to Cancun early. With that being said, even with playoff Jimmy having peak performances and the brilliant mind of Coach Spo, the Miami Heat still should never have defied the odds this much. If we take a look at their roster, Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, and Duncan Robinson all went undrafted, and yet they each play a significant role in the success of the Miami Heat. Think about that. 4 key role players, all undrafted, and their roles each got a tad bigger because of the unfortunate injuries to Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. But the next man up mentality thrives in Miami, and we've seen it in games 1, 2, and 3. In game 1, the undrafted trio of Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, and Caleb Martin combined for 45 points, 15 points each. In game 2, the undrafted core 4 combined for 60 points. And in game 3, somehow, Gabe Vincent outscored Tatum and Brown combined. Duncan Robinson would score more than Tatum and Brown. Caleb Martin would score more than Tatum and Brown. The level of play from these undrafted players is unprecedented and an absolute show to see. But overall, the success of the Miami Heat has been a collective effort. Right here are the Heat's numbers from the regular season, which are unappealing to say the least. And here are their numbers from the playoffs. As you can see, they've vastly improved their stats across the board. Although the rankings improved in a major way, the actual numbers only slightly increased. But the reason these numbers have changed is to the credit of none other than Jimmy Butler. In the playoffs thus far, Jimmy Buckets is averaging 31.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, shooting 51.8% from the field, including 2.2 steals a game. These stats have only been achieved in the postseason by one other player in NBA history, and that player is Jimmy Butler's father, Michael Jordan. And like Jordan had Pippen, Jimmy has Bam Adebayo, who has stepped in as a much-needed partner in crime for Jimmy Butler. He's averaging 18.5 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. These are some solid numbers, but they do not explain the entire value of Bam because he is a solid defensive anchor as well. I mean, look at this clip. Here's Bam on the perimeter. As Jaylen Brown drives, Bam and basically the entire Heat team collapse. Bam gets a deflection and near steal. Smart recovers the ball, and Bam is now out of position. But he closes out on Horford anyways. Horford passes to Tatum, and Bam immediately jumps him, forcing him into a somewhat out of control dribble, and Jimmy slides right in for the charge. The Heat's biggest player on the floor went from perimeter to paint to perimeter to paint, checking Brown, Horford, and Tatum in one possession. But a problem that the Celtics have is Jaylen Brown. His inability to take care of the ball and his tendency to dribble out of control is costly. We've seen this in last year's finals,
started knocking down shots, but Draymond Green is making plays all over.
And we're seeing it again in this Heat series.
Undrafted player, 4th year, crossover Brown hits the deck.
It's a combination of turnovers by the Celtics and heart by the Heat that gives the Heat an advantage over the Celtics. And to be honest, the Heat are just the better team. Simple as that. Well, that's going to do it for this video, so if you managed to make it this far, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to comment down below your predictions for the finals. See y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.
Oh yeah.